So you say you love the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Let's see how much you model him. It's a hadith, a popular hadith that our mother Aisha radiallahu and asked the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, is there a day that is harder than the day of Arafah? Told her there was a day which is harder than the day of Arafah. The day that he went to preach to the people of life. Those people nearly stoned him to death. And when he was walking away with so much distress, he met the angel Jibril together with the angel of the mountains. And they asked him, if you wish, you could crush the city, basically like crush the two mountains to crush the people of life. What was the beautiful Prophet Sallallahu response? He said, I pray that from their descendants, the people will come for the people that would worship him, worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. Like he basically made dua for them. Let me break down the scenario for you. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was asked, like you don't understand, he was asked to tell them that she was interested to know which day was it, which was the hardest day. If I were to ask you, okay, how many hard days you have, you would bring a list of it. You would go into extreme detail just for me to understand that you are in pain. I look at the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the hardest day. Imagine the day of Uhud, where he was bleeding a lot, and he was saying that the day of that he went to preach to the people of life was harder than the day of Arafah. But what is the explanation he gave? Just a little bit, just a glimpse of what happened, and he made a dua for them. What's the lesson I want you to take from this hadith? Which is to take responsibility. Complaining is not the way to go about it. Complaining have never, ever, ever, ever solved anything. Even if it's not your fault, you need to take responsibility. And it's a very popular quote I like, which is, if you want to feel better, blame others. And if you want to get better, blame yourself. How many times have you complained in the last 30 days? I have a friend of mine who, like, every single day of his life, he complains. Every day he complains. And he's not the only person like this. So many people, so many of the Shabab, the youth that the Prophet ﷺ was part of, a lot of people, not even the youth, this is a message to even every single person. Complaining, many people think complaining that is the way, okay, so if I complain to you, then you trust me more. Or if I complain to you, you understand the difficulty I'm going through. But it doesn't. Complain never, ever, ever solve anything. When you complain, you're just wasting resources. And I think there's a research that shows that you talking about what you're going to do, or you saying you complaining about something, is the same as actually doing the thing. So when you just sit down and just keep complaining and complaining, I've ever observed, like, whenever you complain for like a long time, maybe an hour, just complaining, you start to feel this kind of pessimistic, you start having this pessimistic mindset, and you kind of see like there is no hope. Complaining never ever solve anything. Why are you even complaining? I'm sure that there are many people who had it harder than you are able to do it better than you. When you look at the villain the hero and the villain of every movie you watch, you probably watched so many movies when you were young, maybe. Both the hero and the villain went through hardship in their early parts of their life. Both of them. It's just that the villain, he says he want to have revenge on the people that did bad things for him. But the hero instead said, "This is what I've gone through. I don't want anybody else to go through this," and you help some people. This is basically the thing. You complaining doesn't solve anything. You think it's gonna make your life easier? Of course not. The moment you have these pessimistic mindsets, or okay, like these people, I deserve to have something better. I deserve to feel better. I deserve all these things. What's wrong with you? You need to understand. Complaining at first, when a person, for example, a person who is very patient, like even if the Prophet ﷺ was to sit down and complain for 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours, every single person will sit down and listen to him because they know how important this is. But imagine, he was silent the day he nearly died. He didn't even get into detail about it. And if I just go into the street and slap you and come back, you will complain to your whole family. Okay, there's a person, Irfan Girei, slapped me in the face. Look at the eloquence and the beauty of Islam. And we call ourselves Muslims. We call ourselves, okay, we want to be together with the Prophet ﷺ. You need to start taking responsibility. Some people you might find something that maybe they did something traumatizing to you when you were a child or something. Even if it's not your fault you went through these things, but still your own responsibility. You have to fix all these things. That is why I advise every single young Muslim man to get into Muslim self-improvement, to improve every area of your life. Start getting up for Tahajjud, start fixing your sleep, start fixing your diet, start exercising. Do the things that the Prophet ﷺ did. Improve every area of your life, your character, your mindsets. The thing is that when you start this thing young, at the age of 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, above, like 30, whenever you start doing this thing young, you're having a good character as you're young to serve you for the rest of your life. Do you think like when you complain to your mom, oh, like, oh, I had a very bad day in school, she's gonna be pity you? Like sometimes she just pity you, but when you complain for the 100th time, Like you have to get some sense into you. Complaining, like I said, doesn't fix anything. So that is the lesson for this video. You need to take action, take responsibility. Sit down and ask yourself, what are the things that are bothering me? What are the things that I went through? What are the things that I did maybe today or last week, last month, or a year or whatever? Sit down to yourself, ask yourself, what are the things? Fix these problems one by one. That is when you become a hero of your own story. You complaining doesn't fix anything. For the last time I said, I would like to end with the humble quotes. Too much attention makes a donkey think he's a lion. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.